No hands, 80 kilometers an hour speed bump. Yeah, the bike is fast, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do 110, try and clutch it. Yeah. We're gonna do an overview about the new 1300 GS. Yo guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, look at this. Yeah, kind of massive key we have over here. But look at the specimen over here. We have the brand spanking new BMW 1300 GS in our midst. And in today's video, we're going to take it out for a nice ride. And I'm going to talk to you guys all about it. This is, of course, the Tramontana one, the green one, with the golden wheels, extra options, and all the stuff. And also, this is pretty cool. You can put it up and down, but I will show you guys that in a couple of seconds. Now you guys know I did the world premiere of the brand spanking new BMW GS, but after that the first demo came to the store and it wasn't a press release bike, so I could only take it out for 1 hour, and I got very frustrated that I could only take it out for 1 hour, so I didn't really do a good review. I got frustrated, brought it back in 20 minutes, so this is the press release bike. We have some more time with this, so without any further ado, let's tuck away the giant key over here. Let's do a quick cold start. That is a goddamn giant key, guys. Golly. Let's do a cold start and head to road, because this one also has the Karapovich, the double silencer. Optional, yeah. Oh yeah, this is a motorcycle. You have to like keep the button pressed. All right, typical BMW style. Alright, let's go. And just like that, we are on a very bumpy and very old pebble ride. And as you can tell, and as you can tell, yeah guys, we have to talk about the suspension on the new GS. This thing is like ridiculously smooth. Also, we're doing a little bit of off-roading with the Tramontana. It's probably not, don't really have the tires for it, but we gotta try it anyway. So yeah, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another day on this brand spanking new BMW GS. Oh, it's already sliding very hard on the back. This is bad. So yeah, we're back doing some off-roading with the Tramontana, which is of course the road touring version, which comes with a couple of extra options as standard. It's also a little bit more expensive as standard, but we'll talk about that when we'll pull over and talk a little bit more about the specs. So first things first, the suspension on the new 1300 GS. This thing can do a lot. Like, I mean a lot. It is also very soft, and when you put it on road, it feels like you're riding on a bounce house. Like, it's very bouncy, and when you're taking corners, it's also very bouncy. When you want to do some sporty riding, you gotta turn it off. If you go to a corner that has some potholes into it, the bike is going everywhere. You're really like thinking like, this isn't just, oh shit, this is a very greasy road. Don't have the tires for this. Don't drop the bike, Smokey. Don't drop the bike. So yeah, like I was saying, if you put it back into dynamic, yeah, this thing just turns into a sport cruiser. Like the suspension totally changes. And also this one has the option. Some people said it was like an electrical bike stand. The double stand is not electrical. It is just the air that goes in and out of the rear shock. So the rear shock pumps itself up. The rear goes up. And it is easier to put on the double stand. You know what, I'll just show that for a second here. So I just turn it off, put it to the side, and now when I normally, not really sure if I have to take it off, we twist it like that, and then push it down. Listen. See that? Now it's all the way pushed up, so it's very easy to put on its double stand. That is cool. Now when you put it back off, normally, it drops. Now the bike is going back down. You see that? So it's getting very low yet again. So now when I get on, this is like 820 millimeters of seat height. Look at that. Flat feet on the ground. And as soon as I start going, and I go above, like, you can even set it in like 15-20 kilometers an hour. Yeah, the suspension does go back up. And you get some more ground clearance. Now that is nice. That is a very nice feature. Very nice. Now some people did say that's for old people and whatnot. Hey. This bike should be able, everybody should be able to ride this bike. Maybe not like my 5-year-old, but I mean like old people as well. You cannot say, for some people it's not that easy to put a bike on its double stand, so everybody should be riding this motorcycle. We're getting the Tramontana a little bit dirty and a little bit muddy here. Gotta use that smoky bubbles later on. Anyway, so first up, pretty sure I'm just gonna leave in second gear, because now of course we have 140-ish horsepower, 145 horsepower, and if I'm correct, 143 Newton meters of torque. So now we have a very torquey beast on this one. But first things up, let's have a little bit of a bumps in the road. So I trust this bike that much. I'm just gonna do, this is a very gnarly and a very short speed bump. We're just gonna do it at 100 kilometers an hour, sitting on the seat. I mean, I gotta show you the front camera. This is ridiculous. I can even do it with no hands. All right, let's put the cruise control on. Let's just say, yeah, I don't want to put it too high. Let's put it on like 80, no hands. Look at that. That's taking speed bumps at 80 kilometers an hour with no hands. Now, there is not many motorcycles that I would trust riding it without hands. Let's do it even a little bit more. And these are like very short speed bumps, and they're like that high. Yet again, no hands, 80 kilometers an hour speed bump. That is something I wouldn't suggest doing with any other motorcycle in the business. Maybe I'll try it with a Ducati, maybe I'll try it with a Honda. I'm not really sure, but the BMW is probably the only one that I really trust my life with doing this kind of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, like I was saying, now it is in road mode, so it is very, I'm not really sure if you guys can tell what this bike is doing right now, but it is ridiculously bouncy. So that also means if you take some corners with it in bouncy mode, the bike is like, it's going all over the place. I don't really like that. However, when you turn it back into dynamic, which is easy to do with the mode buttons here on top, you gotta be a little bit careful, because if you press the button on top, yeah, that's the off mode. I'm not really sure if you can turn the bike off while riding. No, they fixed that. So you cannot turn it off while riding. That is a good thing. Because of course, if you're gonna put the ride mode button straight next to the off and on button, that could be a problem. So now it is back in dynamic, and now the suspension is like, this is totally different. This is now it's more of a racy bike to take some corners with. And of course, quick shifter as usual. It is not as smooth as I would like it to be, but of course, BMW GS riders like a little bit of feedback into their quick shifters, of course. Same goes for the Ducati guys. It is a little bit of a clunk, and this also has, get out of my way, birdies, and this also has a little bit of a clunk. Now, something that I also very much like about the GS, I don't know, BMW GS's, they're in my top 3 of all-time favorite motorcycles. I'm getting a little bit older, you know, probably that's something to do with that. But when we press the button over here, you see these two buttons that go up and down and up and down. When you press this button over here, you can set to whatever you want with these two buttons. So I want it to be my ACC. I can do that. I can first say I put it to the ACC, the cruise control, and I can play with the cruise control with these two buttons. But let's just say I want it into heating. I can set it into my windscreen, my traction control, my damping, my ride height. So you can actually change the ride height with these two buttons, like like make it a low rider too. But most of the time I have set it to the windscreen, because when you go onto the highway, you want it to yeah, be a little bit more protective for the wind. And also we got the wind deflectors down there, we got the windscreen over here, and the wind is also absolutely flawless. So now I've set it to the windscreen, so these two buttons now do this. And you're probably gonna hear the wind change in the mic. This is probably gonna be a lot less noise. And then a quick shift with it. Oh, yes, yes. But I'm gonna put it back into, we got enduro, dynamic, rain, and road. We're gonna put it back into road like this. Close the throttle for a second, and we're back in road. Optional, you have the Dynamic Pro, the Enduro Pro, and the other one. So you got more modes as optional, and then you can set everything individually. A lot of settings going on yet again, a lot of settings. So yeah, now we can just be like this, press the button, the windscreen goes back down. And we have some more wind therapy. This I like a lot. Also the cruise control is pretty fine. We got 4 indicators right here, and the horn. Does the horn sound German? Wait, we gotta put the screen back up so we can hear the horn a lot better. Does the horn sound German? Yes, yes, it is German. A little bit with the visor open. Yeah, that is a German horn. That has das ist ein Horn in German. That's probably not German anyway, but anyway, wind deflection. So yeah, let's gotta do 140 kilometers an hour. Yeah, the bike is fast, ladies and gentlemen. So this is 150. There is a little bit of wind on my arms, and for the rest of it, this feels ridiculously comfortable. And I mean, like you can ride this all day comfortable. We're gonna stop right here. Now let's just stop here for a second, because in the main screen behind these modes you can only set 4 modes. So if you deselect rain, you can add eco, for example. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna eco, rain, we're gonna turn off dynamic and put in dynamic pro, and we're gonna put enduro pro as well. All right, so when we go into the dynamic pro section, turn it off for a second, we can go into configuration, engine, dynamic. We can set it up to road, rain, road, and dynamic. Oh yeah, we can set all the different things. Traction control and wheelie suppression. Yeah, we don't want to. It is optimized. Yeah, there is 4 different stands. We got optimized for max stability, wheelie is suppressed. Optimized for high stability, wheelie is suppressed. Optimized for maximum performance, slight wheelie possible. And the last one is optimized for maximum performance, wheelie is not suppressed. Yeah, we need that. We're gonna have to pop a little bit of a wheelie here and there, not too much. I mean, this is a Tramontana, the optimized version with like all the aluminum stuff here and the nice grips over there. We don't want to, the golden handlebars, golden wheels as optional. But like I said, that is that. So you can easily go into all the settings. ABS, you can set it as well. And then you have the reset thingy. Easy as that. Also, in the beginning of the screen, I'm gonna show you guys something very cool as well. We just got the sports screen. This is the sports screen. Now, see that? So yeah, hello. All right, so this is the sports screen. If you want to do some track riding with your BMW GS. And also, with the previous version, I can still remember when I was at a standstill and I gave it some gas, the bike tended to the left. And with this one, it goes to the right. See that? That is strange. Go to the right and the previous one went to the left. Let me know in the comments. If you have a BMW GS and you're at a standstill and you give it some gas, does the first time the bike goes to the right or to the left? Also, when you give it some gas, it looks like the counter is like underwater or something. Look. The numbers are like like soaked in water. That might just be me. I had a rough weekend, but anyway, let's try and pop a little bit of a wheelie here, shall we? Now, of course, I don't want to damage the bike too much, so I'm not turning all of the wheelie control off. I just want to see if the bike still comes up at certain speeds. You got second gear, 70 kilometers an hour, just no clutch. Yeah, it still comes up at 103rd gear. Let's do 110, try and clutch it. Yeah, you can even, well, let's try 4th gear at 130. That is wild. Yeah, maybe if you pull it, So yeah, like I said, with those amounts of torque, you can pop wheelies at really crazy speeds. Also with the bouncy suspension, you can like bounce it up a little bit. Yeah, you can do 120, 130, maybe even 140 kilometer an hour wheelies on a new GS. That's kind of gnarly, right? I know. For a touring comfortable Starbucks to Starbucks motorcycle. Have you guys seen my Starbucks to Starbucks video? Also, we have to go to the right here. Let's go hard onto the brakes. Oh shit! Oh. Yeah, we got some stopping power over there, guys. We have some really good stopping power over there as well. Anyway, let's have a quick chat about the new GS, shall we? So yeah, just to get started, we're gonna do a quick review, quick overview about the new 1300 GS. Most of you guys already know, of course, it's now a 1300cc boxer engine. It's got 46 cc's more as the previous generation, 145 horsepower and 149 newton meters. I thought it was 143. I'm very sorry, but I do believe it is the most newton meters of torque of all its competitors. Yeah, that's 9 horsepower more. Also has the Triumph Tiger, that's got 140. The Harley has 150, 160 for the KTM, and 170 for the Ducati. And the BMW designer Christian Han Warren, I'm probably suggesting his name pretty wrong, and you know, he said like every bike seems to be getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they build it just like Tetris, he said, like slim everything down. And you can tell if you look at this motorcycle, I always thought like the previous generation GS looked like a very big ass heavy monster. This is a little bit lighter, but look at the design. It is just a lot more fancy. Now, yeah, I mean the headlight, some people are like disgusted by the headlight. Maybe there will be like a old GS conversion headlight. Some people might have to get used to it. But this is indeed a very slimmed down motorcycle, as designer Christian Han Wurnel said. And of course, instead of the tube frame in the back, then have an aluminum lightweight subframe. Look at that. That is a lot more cooler, in my opinion, as the previous generation. When you turn off the motorcycle, the screen automatically goes down, and above 15-20 kilometers an hour, the screen goes back up to its last position. Very nice touch, BMW. So yeah, look at this. We get the new glove compartment, which is very huge, which I like. And you can put this is an iPhone 14 Pro. You can put it in like that. Works perfectly. And down there, underneath there, you can put your finger in that. There is a USB charger right there. And the cool part, you can twist it up. Alright, you can twist it up so your USB goes in it a lot easier. Pull it back down like that. Put the rubber down. Yeah, they made a little hole right there. Chuck in your phone, just like that, and you're good to go. Now you do have to find a place for a different key, just to have it in comparison how big the key is. It's a giant key, I'm not gonna lie. They made the key bigger and everything got smaller, like the designer said. Everything got smaller, but the key got bigger. That is hilarious. Got the ninja style flip key though, like that. Anyway, like I was saying, with the rear top case, not only does it have a central locking system, what I actually took the key out for, because with the Tramontana, and if you get the optional bags, they will all lock by itself. Look at this. Press the button once, it does nothing. Press it again, they go open. Ta-da! Also has a little bit of an hydraulic pump in here, this suitcase, so it opens up like that. Don't mind the toilet paper. We have some questions for that. We have a small USB compartment right there. You can hook up your phone. You also have interior lighting right here. But the coolest part, and I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but there's some lines on here, and you can upgrade your volume. You just pull this lever over here, and now you just twist it. Oh, it's all the way at the max. Look, you see that? I can just twist it down. No, it's already going back in. No, stay out. And just like that. Look at that. I can just twist it and decrease the volume or increase the volume. Less wind, better for the environment. Less gas mileage. Look at that. Now we got a little small case going on over here. Now that is cool. Now that I like. I really like that. Now with the 19-liter gas tank, which isn't that much. If you want more, you have to wait for the Adventure series. That's probably coming out by the end of the year. So I have to go for gas. But you have average riding time. You have coffee stops in 3,603 hours. 90 hours for the next coffee stop. Yeah, they actually put a coffee stop. Should have put like a Starbucks logo on it as well. Average speed 76, 2.5 bars. We have the bars on the screen as well when we need to go for gas. But the one I was looking for, Odo 3000 trip, the last trip I did to the Starbucks, the 10 Starbucks world record, I did 5.2 liter on average. And I've been spending all day on the highway. A little bit of city riding, but most of it was on the highway. So 5.2 is not that. Why did it change? No, it's not a touchscreen. It's the old screen with new software and a quite faster processor. That's it. Yeah. We're looking at 237 kilograms at full weight, which is actually pretty good compared to the other brands and the other motorcycles in this branch and in this sector. So it's actually not that bad. They also installed a lithium-ion battery. Yeah, and that thing does save a lot of weight as well. Also in the front we have the brand spanking new Tello lever suspension. And this thing, if you have never seen a BMW GS suspension, this thing looks very weird. We have like the forks over here, then we have that thing over there, we have like a part going on over there, and the suspension goes straight towards your face. We got the steering damper down there, not really sure if you can tell, but so the whole front end is like kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie about that. So yeah, it's called an Evo telelever in the front, and in the back they also got like a weird suspension, like going over here and going over there, and it's called the Evo paralever. So we got the telelever and a paralever. Not sure where they got that name, but yeah, we got the pressure valve over here. So as for standard riding features, like I said, you have the 4 riding modes. You have the adjustable windscreen. As standard, it's not electric. As standard, It comes manual. You can get it electric, of course. And when you have the manual one, this is also the front radar over here. So they cut a little bit off the screen. The manual one is a little bit bigger as well. We got hand protection as standard with the Tramontana optional. You can have the indicators in the hand guards. Somebody said like, yeah, you have the hand guards in an Enduro, and if you drop it, it gets very expensive. No, don't worry, it's optional. You can get the normal indicators as well, and then they are like, I don't know, like somewhere over here or something. Not really sure where they are, but you don't have to get this. Also, heated grips come as standard. Keyless ride with a giant key. We got cornering ABS, we got cornering traction control, the dynamic brake control, the engine drag torque control, hill start control, tire pressure control, cruise control, and we cannot forget the intelligent emergency call. Yeah, I'm not gonna press that button again, but because the bike will call the call center, and I might get in trouble yet again. I've done it before, I don't want to do it again. And yeah, you can have it in 4 colors. You have the light white, that is like the poor people version, like with no options and just poorly white. The GS Trophy that I absolutely love the most. Then we have the triple black that I unboxed. If you haven't seen the unboxing video, I'll put a link in the description as well. And we got the option 719. And this is, of course, the option 719. Now with the trophy one, you get some more engine protection down there. You got enduro riding foot pegs. Now with the 719, you have like this very fancy aluminum stuff. You also, with the trophy one, you get the tinted screen, the sports suspension, 20 millimeters more of suspension travel, the rally seat as well. And yeah, you also get like a passenger luggage plate. So you can take this off and have another luggage plate, so you can have a lot more luggage going on. Now with the 719 version, you have the integrated turn signals right here. You have the electrically adjustable front screen. You have the very nice comfort seats over here. You have seat heating as well with the 719 option. The double main stand, the big ass stand with the that goes up and down, and the additional LEDs fog lights right over there. And you can also get some very exclusive extras, like for example the golden wheels. And an exclusive other option is of course the double Akrapovic. Yeah, and then the full part is the 719. It's called the Shadow Billet Pack. 719 Shadow Billet Pack. So yeah, some quick BMW GS facts right there. We also have the button for the rear seat over here. That is not integrated in the screen for some reason. Gotta make sure. They also, fun fact, they also put like a big seat, like a car seat on it, but it's of course not a car seat. It's, see that? They didn't even make it like flat, so you can obviously see it is a seat. Yeah. I do like this black and silver metallic aluminium as well. Yeah, I never liked the rubber button. They used to have like a rubbers on off button over here. They changed it to that one over there. I didn't really like it. I gotta be honest with that. All right, Akrapovic sound. Oh, did you guys hear that? Yeah, pretty sure you can make it shoot flames as well. Gotta be a little bit careful, because when you least expect it, a truck shows up. You see that? Yeah, this road, nobody comes here, but oh shit! Ah! That's a lot of dust, boy. That is a lot of dust. Anyway, we have it in road, so the suspension is very soft, and with very soft, I mean the front wheel is not coming off the ground. Look at that. It's like this thing is like ridiculously bouncy. It comes up like maybe 30 centimeters or something. No, that's too much, but you'll get the idea. Oh yeah. Now last week I took it for a world record. It's of course my own self-made, in my brain, world record. I did 11 Starbucks in a day. I think it was even 10. I think I did one less because I couldn't really touch one in the airport. That dude is, I think he just went for a pee. So yeah, I did 10 Starbucks, spent all day riding it, had a little bit too much coffee, but I do have to say, even by the end of the day, even doing like 400 kilometers, almost close to 400 kilometers on this motorcycle, you just want to jump back on this thing, and you want to keep on riding it. It's such a weird bike. It's just so perfect. And now, of course, some people have been asking me, Smokey, your 1290 Super Adventure R or the GS? Yeah, that is a pretty simple question. When I have to go for a long ride and spend like 400 or 500 kilometers on a day on it, yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. I'm gonna go for this one. It is way easier to ride. It is so much more smooth. It is so much more relaxed to ride. But then again, a couple of weeks ago, when I took the previous GS out, I once almost fell asleep, because the bike sometimes, in my opinion, is a little bit too perfect in every opinion. So the engine is like, when you're on the highway and you're cruising at like 120, 130, the engine is like making this very smoothing, very silent noise, and for some reason it rocks me to sleep. So I do get that some riders go from Starbucks to Starbucks, and that is the meme, because yeah, it just relaxes you so much that it could even put you to sleep. Now, of course, when you're a little bit more on the throttle, I mean, it won't put you to sleep. It is very good in that opinion. But let's put the screen back up. But like I said, if you put the screen back up, and then you have like this slow boiling boxer noise, it is just so perfect. It is just so good. And some people might say, yeah, but it breaks down and this and that. I mean, they sold over 1 million GS's. It's a BMW. The customer service, as far as I know, is good. I mean, you cannot sell the most motorcycles in the world, next to Han, of course. You cannot sell... Oh shit, that stinks, dude. You cannot sell the most motorcycles in the world and the most cars in the world when selling crap. If you're just selling crap that breaks down all the freaking time, you know what I'm saying here? You understand what I'm saying? I mean, you can never sell the most in many, many, many years. People will just be like, it breaks down and it's bad and it costs a lot of money and we're just gonna stop buying it. It's not. People keep on buying BMWs, as well as cars, as well as motorcycles. So you can't say it's bad. Now, the other question somebody told me, Smokey, the Multistrada or the GS? That's a hard one. That is a hard one. First of all, I like both bikes. I really, really like both bikes. I love the DNA of them both. As for cruisers, as of course for the off-roading part and the TED riding and the off-road and the gnarly stuff, I'm picking my 1290 Super Adventure R. No doubts about that. That bike is built for off-road adventure. You can just drop it on its side, don't mind. And the LC8 engine from the KTM, that thing is a pure rocket. That thing is just an aggressive rocket, and I love that engine. There's not an engine that can beat that as for now. But when it comes to the Multistrada V4S, let's say the Grand Tourer, let's compare the Grand Tourer with this one. I do like the Grand Tourer just 1% more as the BMW GS. 1% more. The shifts are a little bit smoother, and the bike is just a little faster and a little bit, it gives you a little bit more feeling. It's a little bit more aggressive, it's a little bit more gnarly. It's also a very smooth cruiser with the Ducati controls and with the Ducati suspension. But both bikes are like, they're like 9, what is 50? Don't want to get flashed again. Now both bikes are big fat 9 out of 10 motorcycles. There's not something that I can say about the BMW GS that is like, that is bad. I hate this about this motorcycle. There's not even one thing. I also had that with the only thing I had with the Ducati is like, yeah, the box over here, that is not good. This box is like, I like this box. It's like a simple box. It is just better. But for the rest of it, I have no complaints whatsoever. Nothing. Just good. The clutch is also, the clutch is like, yeah, let's just say the clutch is like a 7.5 out of 10 to use the clutch. But then again, of course, you have the quick shifter up and the quick shifter down, so I don't really need to use the clutch all the time. Yeah, see that? No. Now, like I said before, I was planning on buying a BMW GS Trophy. I was planning on it because I'm looking for like a nice, comfortable cruiser to spend a lot of kilometers on a day on it. And my 1290 is not, it's not a comfortable cruiser for a long time. It's more of a raw, hardcore machine that can do everything you want, throw it around, have some fun with it. So I was thinking about getting a bike like this, but like I said, yeah, we had some issues there, and I don't know, I'm riding so many motorcycles lately. I'm in the afternoon today, I'm picking up the new Moto Guzzi Stelvio as well. I'm just riding so many motorcycles. I do have to say, if any brand wants to give me like a motorcycle for a year, something like that, something that I can enjoy, good cruiser, I still have to see. I don't want to be too connected to brands. I love making motorcycle content with all different brands, but I don't really want to like be attached to a single brand, so I can do everything I want, say everything I want, compare motorcycles as well. But in the afternoon we do have the Stelvio and this at the same freaking time, so that could be exciting. Maybe a dual review as well. Gotta see about that. Now quickly inside of the garage, I do have to show you something in between, because somebody said like, well, with the new integrated indicators inside of the backlight, you don't see it. You get a very bad idea of seeing it in the back. Now if you're driving in the dark and you can't see that blinking to the left, there's probably something very wrong with you. Yeah, I mean, they integrated the rear light and the indicators all in one, so it doesn't have like a big light anymore. Not really sure if you can tell on camera, but this is pitch black dark and that is very bright, like very bright. All right, let's try the brake light as well. That is goddamn bright. But like I said, very good points for the new GS. Absolutely like it when it comes to corners, smooth cruising, the clutch, everything, the quick shifter. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So yeah, on that bombshell, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Drive safe. See ya. If you want to see the next video, it is right over there. If you want to see my favorite video, it is right over there. Subscribing is done right over here. And if you want to know all about YouTube, go to smokeytube.com. See you guys next one. Click one of these.